Okay then guys, so as of recording this, we are just over 15 hours until the Nintendo Switch presentation. Now, I haven't done a video on the Nintendo Switch in a long time, and I'm really just using this video to say that I'm going to be live streaming the presentation. I know a lot of other people are going to be doing it. I know Nintendo Ultra is going to be doing it, and Studio Q, probably King Avery Games, and probably Usman as well. If you don't know who they are, go and have a look. They are some really good channels, and I'm pretty sure you do know who they are anyway, so there you go. But as I said, I just want to make this a little bit of a quick video. I'm just going to go through a few things that I think is going to happen during the presentation. I don't think we'll get the specs of the system. That's not generally something Nintendo does. But if I think anything, the only thing I can actually think that might be a certainty is 6 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM in the actual Switch itself. 6 seems about the right spot for it, maybe 8 if you're pushing it. No higher than that though, but that's pretty much it. Release date. Now the release date's a weird one. There's 9 days in March where it can theoretically launch, and that's either the Friday or the Saturday, which is the 3rd, 4th, 10th, 11th, the 17th, 18th, 24th, 25th or the 31st. You could put the Mondays in there as well, which is 6th, 13th, 12th and 27th. But Nintendo systems have usually launched on a Friday or a Saturday in the UK, so that's the day that for the Friday or the Saturday, any one of them throughout March is the possibility of it being released. 17th or 18th being the more likely of the two, well, of the 9 days it's there. Games we're going to be seeing on the Switch, I already know we'll see The Legend of Zelda. That's probably going to be either the very first game they show or the main attraction of the actual games that's there. We'll see that Mario game again, definitely. We'll also see Splatoon, Mario Kart, whatever the hell those were. Definitely Skyrim. I predicted that last year, long before we knew anything about it. That's definitely going to be on the actual system. It's going to be getting shown during the presentation. Possibly Watch Dogs 2. Ubisoft has been quite weird about everything on this. We may get some Assassin's Creed. I'm not really sure. I mean, I've got Assassin's Creed Syndicate for PlayStation 4 down there. I don't really know what other game might come to it. I mean, I'm excited for it. I'm really happy. I really want to see a Metroid game on the system and an F-Zero game on the system. I actually do think that we're going to see Metroid on the system, because there wasn't one on the Wii U, because that thing, while I love the system, it did die out really quickly. It's probably the reason why they didn't put it on a Metroid game on the system, but I loved that system, and yeah, so I'm pretty sure we're going to see a new Metroid game. It's not going to be Metroid Prime. Let's get that out of the way already. Metroid Prime 1, 2 and 3, they were a trilogy. There will not be a Metroid Prime 4. Back in August of 2014, myself and Grubdog, who runs Patriots, and we were discussing Metroid back then, and we were throwing about the name Metroid Dread and Dreadnought, so that's where that originally came from, I'm sure. So hopefully that gets announced as the whole one more thing before we go. GameCube on the Virtual Console, that's going to be there. I think there will be a subscription service for their online. Obviously, if you don't pay for it, you're still able to play it online, but I think it'll work like PlayStation Plus worked on the PlayStation 3, where you can pay to get like free games every month or access to like deals and shit like that, but you don't have to pay to play online. I think that's how the Switch subscription service will work, if there is one. Excuse me, sorry about that. Don't really think, I'm not too sure if they will do it or not. I think it would be a good idea. Give people access to like virtual console games, like maybe a certain amount of virtual console games a month that they can download for free, along with like 1 or 2 more higher up games that they can download as well for free, as long as they're paying that subscription, of course. I think we're going to get the Pokemon Stars, that's it. Hopefully we get that, because I really like the Pokemon games. I've always wanted to record them, but I am not spending £600 just to get a recording device put into my 3DS. I don't want to ruin it, not at all. The 3DS I have is the 25th anniversary Legend of Zelda one, I think it was. Was it 25th or was it? Anyway, it was the gold 3DS XL with the Triforce in the front. Not the one with Triforce, just the 3 triangles. And the other one I have is just the carbon black new 3DS XL, which I got as a gift. So, as I said, I've been wanting to record a Pokemon game for quite a while now. If Pokemon Stars is released, or whatever it's called, is released on the Nintendo Switch where I can play it on my TV, that means I can record it, which is fantastic, because I want to record that and stream it. And yeah, so there's this whole thing about the Raven Rabbids Mario crossover. It's been teased quite a bit. I mean, even Ubisoft teased it in their whole 30th anniversary video. So I think that might be real. Not sure. Never played a Rabbids game in my life, so might be the first one I actually play. Now, I don't really think of any other games that could be there apart from the ones that that's already been announced and we know is coming. Really hope that Dragon Quest X finally gets announced that it's been localized and released outside of Japan. Even if it's not and the Switch is announced to be region free, I'll just import it and that'll be it. Dragon Quest XI, that's going to be fantastic. I hope the Final Fantasy VII remake is released on the Nintendo Switch as well. And yeah, because Final Fantasy VII was the first PlayStation 1 game I actually ever played, apart from Crash Bandicoot, but that was... Crash Bandicoot is a lesson in bad game design, but that's another video altogether. I played that for like 2-3 minutes, not playing this anymore. But Final Fantasy VII is the first game I put a lot of time into on the PlayStation system, and I'm skeptical of it. I mean, I've got Final Fantasy 15 on the Xbox One, and hopefully the battle system in Final Fantasy VII Remake is much better. Nothing wrong with the Final Fantasy 15 battle system, it does take a little while to get used to, but hopefully they don't utterly destroy Final Fantasy 7 and totally ruin its legacy. That's all I'm saying about that. I don't really know what else that I could talk about for the Switch. I've been watching the videos, the trailer for it, and all the Legend of Zelda stuff. For the past couple of hours, all the E3 Legend of Zelda stuff that is, sorry. Not been doing much recently, apart from that. Price point for the Switch, I think For the UK, it's going to be between £200 and £300. Really not much else after that. There's really not much else to talk about with the Switch, is there? I mean, I've went through the release date. The only specs I think would actually be worth talking about in it, because until someone actually gets it, rips it down and has a look, see what the processor is and the graphics processor, the actual amount of RAM that's in the system, things like that. Until that happens, there's really nothing we can talk about with it. I mean, we can speculate about what's in it, but speculation's not fun when it comes to power or actual insides of it. Speculation about games is far more fun, I think. With the games, Zelda at launch, that's the one thing that needs to be done. Skyrim will probably be at launch as well, hopefully. I mean, I bought that on my Xbox 360. I've got it on Steam. I rebought it on my Xbox One, and now I'm going to buy it on my Nintendo Switch. That's 4 copies of that game I've bought. It's not the most amount of times I've bought one game multiple times though. I've bought Ocarina of Time on the Nintendo 64, and then I bought it on the GameCube because it came with that limited edition disc that had all the previous games on it. Then I got it with Wind Waker. I'm sure it came with Wind Waker, didn't it? And I bought it on the Wii. And then I bought it on my 3DS, and then I bought it on my Wii U. So 6 or 7, 6 times I think I bought that. So yeah, I've bought Xenoblade Chronicles, the original one, 3 times. Got the physical edition on the Wii. I have the downloadable version on my Wii U, and I've got it on my new 3DS as well. So yeah, there's a lot of games I'll buy more than once if I really like them. Weird thing is, I didn't really like Skyrim. I got a lot. When I originally played it on the Xbox 360, I played it for about an hour or 2 and then got bored of it. And that's my dog barking as someone's coming in. Anyway guys, I'm just going to wrap the video up here, and yeah, I'll be live streaming during the Nintendo Switch presentation, so I will see you then. Bye now.